Good day, everyone. I want to take time for prayer and reflection. Today in our church is the solemnity of the most sacred heart of Jesus. This feast day in devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus has grown over the history of our church's life. It celebrates in a special way the love of God, the love of Jesus Christ poured out to us day after day. This feast day is always on a Friday to help us remember Good Friday, where Jesus showed his ultimate love for us by dying on the cross for us. In my parents' home in Watkins, they've always had a statue of the Sacred Heart of Jesus and the Immaculate Heart of Mary, whose feast day is tomorrow, hanging on their wall in the living room. Hopefully, you have some image of the Sacred Heart of Jesus before you today. What a beautiful image, again, reminding us of Jesus' heart of love offered to us. You know, even over the history of our church at certain times, popes have called on the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Pope Pius IX in 1856 made the liturgical feast day of the Sacred Heart of Jesus universal for the whole church. Pope Leo XIII in 1899 had made the formal consecration of the whole world to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Pope Pius XII had invoked the Sacred Heart of Jesus at the outbreak of World War II, and then wrote an encyclical on this subject at the time of the Cold War. We do not hesitate to declare that devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus is most effective of the school of the love of God. And the love of God, we say, what must be the foundation on which to build the kingdom of God in the hearts of individuals, families, and nations. Pope Francis on June 17th encouraged Catholics on this upcoming feast of the Sacred Heart of Jesus to discover the riches of charity hidden in the heart of Christ. Friday, we will celebrate the solemnity of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, stated Pope Francis. Do not be afraid to present him all the intentions of our suffering humanity, its fears, its miseries. May this heart full of love for people give everyone hope and trust. I invite you, says Pope Francis, to discover the riches that are hidden in the heart of Jesus, to learn to love your neighbor. And the gospel for today and part of our prayer comes from Matthew chapter 11, verses 25 to 30. At this time, Jesus exclaimed, I give praise to you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, for although you have hidden these things from the wise and the learned, you revealed them to the little ones. Yes, Father, such has been your gracious will. All things have been handed over to me by my Father. No one knows the Son except the Father, and no one knows the Father except the Son, and anyone to whom the Son wishes to reveal him. Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am meek and humble of heart, and you will find rest for yourselves. For my yoke is easy and my burden light. The gospel of the Lord. May we accept that invitation on this feast day to come to Jesus. May we continue to rest in his love today with our gift of prayer. May we experience that great unconditional love that Christ has for us and witness it to our world. God's blessings.